are thriving downtown. No, really, look around. We have nice storefronts, beautiful sculptures, people are bustling around. How many of you can remember at a time when it wasn't like this? Stores were closing, and at times it had a ghost town feel. Then, a few business people, along with local agencies, created a vision for what this area could be. Thanks to their investment, we all reap the rewards of great dining, art, merchandise, and my personal favorite, the bike shop. It's time for Colorado to make an investment in education so that all people reap the rewards of a well-funded education system. Pop-up stores are a great business at Christmas time, but do not have a place in education. Our students deserve full-time, committed teachers all the time. They deserve ample extracurricular opportunities and technologically advanced experiences. Classrooms that are designed to enhance learning, filled with enthusiastic teachers and staff. Back to my business metaphor, just like the business people have written grants, how many of you have written grants? Would you please raise your hand if you have written a grant for school supplies, equipment, training? Thank you, and thank you for what you do for kids. Put a $sign on that. We gather today because Colorado has an education funding problem. If you look at what all area school students have accomplished at the local, state, and national level, imagine what could happen if our schools were actually fully funded. Just recently, the Denver News stated that Colorado is no longer 46th in national average teaching salary, but perhaps is 31st in the national average of teacher salaries. I got news for the news. That's still the bottom of the barrel. With Colorado's great economy, why settle for less than the top 10, the top 5? Why can't we be number 1? Remember the old song? Be careful, little ears, what you hear. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. We have a problem. Students are listening and being turned away from education as a profession. They see their teachers waiting on them in a restaurant as a second job, not for additional play money, but money to pay the bills. Students are consistently asked to be part of a fundraising machine to keep their activity or program funded. They see long hours teachers put in. They see the community bicker over school board decisions. They see, hear, and read the lack of support. What once was a noble profession is now called into question by the overarching problem of state funding. As I stand before you, there are educators and communities all around the state and nation standing up for public education. Until we all unite for the common good of Colorado's students, progress will not be made. It is simply about students, communities, and humanity. After all, teachers make all other professions possible. A frequent question of educators is, how much longer can you teach? When will you leave? The same could be asked of any profession, but it is more easily asked of any job that doesn't value or have the ability to value its employees through financial gain. Workers are more productive when they feel valued. I believe that the hearts of superintendents, school boards, and principals throughout our region ache because they cannot provide more financially for their staff. How long will I stay? Until this noble and influential profession causing a break-in point in my ability to provide for my family. The tipping point of economics is here. As a community made up of inspiring and hardworking people who call this great area of the state home, we must decide how to fund public education. We must support state initiatives or local measures, but we must act. Acting together, let the questions of the future be which programs to add for students, as opposed to which programs do we have to cut. We are all in the business of educating kids. It's time to make a sound decision and invest in our students and our future.